The junior class wrote inauguration poems right before the start of winter break, inspired by past poets such as Maya Angelou and Robert Frost, who were asked to speak at Bill Clinton, John F. Kennedy, and Barack Obama's inaugurations. Students were then encouraged to share their work with the Poets.org inaugural poem competition. Today we have 5 poems selected by the English department, each depicting a different image of what it means to be American. Here's my poem, From the Outside In. From the outside in, all is light with cloudless dreams, a diverse system of innovation and future leadership, a beacon of intellect and traded pasts. Here on the inside, there are destruction and loss, paranoia and heartache, a flawed utopia of helpful hands and broken promises. An American dream of innovation and excitement with roots in dark places overseas. But there is more on the inside. We gathered in the streets to change, to feel, to love. We gave our heart and warmth to those around us. We sought change for the better, adapting to new realities. We began a journey on disease-ridden ships, staking claims in swampy soil and frozen rocks. The outsiders of crowded cities. Who would have imagined the accomplishments? From the beginning colonies to the leader of innovation, we have struck the odds into our favors like fallen leaves to snow. There is hope in the soil, aspiration in the waters running deep from north to south. We must learn to view the world from the eyes of many. Through a lens of blended gray cultures and lessons harsh with humbled beginnings folded into a present-day perspective. There is light and dark shadows here, and while solutions lay uncertain, they lay with us. We must align the visions of the knowing and the unknowing to create a future for all, regardless of appearance, education, or descent. Here on the inside, we celebrate the beginning of a new era, one that assists and supports others, one that works towards mending wrongdoings, and one that helps those who now view us from the outside in.
Good morning, Barstow. I'm Amara.
And I'm Sydney. Amara, how was your long weekend?
It was really relaxing, and I got a lot of homework done. How about you?
My weekend was very similar. I also got lots of homework done and was able to spend time with my family.
Well, I'm glad to hear that we both had a good long weekend. Hopefully, well rested for this 4-day week. We have a busy show for you guys, so let's roll the intro.
Today, upper school play auditions are at 4:15 to 5:30 p.m. And tomorrow, auditions are from 4:30 to 5:15 in the auditorium. Let's go to Mr. Kohler to learn more about the upper school auditions. And after that, we'll hear from a couple more juniors about the inauguration.
So this year, the upper school play is called Puffs, and it is a parody of the Harry Potter plays, but it's not about Harry Potter. It's about the other kids who are Puffs. That is sort of the Hufflepuff house at Hogwarts. So we're excited because it's a hilarious show. Anybody that's seen it just is very excited to know that we're doing it. And so the other cool thing is we're able to do this live on stage. So we're going to do it just like we do here at school. How we hold classes, we'll be socially distanced, we'll wear masks during rehearsals, but we are going to do it live on stage, and BTVN is going to live stream it for us. So we're really excited about that. If you want to be a part of it, I've posted the information online, and there are monologues that you can read for your audition and some other little snippets that we'll do for the audition. So just read that, come along, have some great fun with us as we do the upper school show, Puffs.
Waiting. The woman waits for the subway. The girl waits for the bus. The man waits for his cab. The boy waits to be picked up. Why do we wait? My parents waited for years to enter the gates of the land of liberty. They wait for me to become someone. And we still wait, all of us crammed into our homes, fiercely analyzing the infection charts and graphs, wondering when we will see each other's faces again. We also wait for unity. Hate spews across the lines of protest, from slurs to batons to tear gas. Flames envelop the corner stores. Glass shards pierce their feet, and bigotry pierces their heart. We wait for the winter snow while the world burns, floods, and shakes. Is it science? Is it a conspiracy? Greed poisons the minds of those who promise to protect us. A few more years of oil at the expense of human life. But, most of all, the young ones wait to spread their wings and bring change to the world. We build our endurance, our understanding, our compassion, and it is in our hands that the world will no longer need to wait for a better future.
Mr. President, Mrs. Vice President, America. Today, a page has been turned forward, a new chapter begun, though the slate not wiped clean. Remember what came before, avoid repetition of the nation's past errors, let the past shed its secrets to the present, detail every stumble in its stride. Hope the present is wise enough to listen, for all the past's wrongdoings can be shared. Hear the past when it says, remember in chapter 1, when I mistook melanin for a death sentence. Remember 2 pages back when I made the same mistake. Know that if I tried to mark every motif of racism, my highlighter would run out of ink. Heed the past's warning when it says, remember 244 chapters back when I confused women as weak and inferior. Remember 5 pages ago when I continued to claim ownership over their bodies. Know that women's distrust in you is italicized in my seeming inability to pay them more than 81.1% of every man's dollar. Listen to the past when it pleads. Remember 167 chapters ago when I gave a child the means to endanger his classmates with a flesh-ripping machine for the first time. Remember 91 pages back when I almost let another child die the same death. Know that bloodshed should never be the reason your book's a bestseller. Know that I can never change any of this, but you can. Know that every page turn is a new opportunity not to delete the past, but to write what you can. Hold on to the hope that the country can love its citizens for their differences and never in spite of them. Note the past suggestions because in the end, no one likes a repetitive plot, where there's no justice, no peace.
Great pieces. The middle school virtual debate tournament is also today at 3 p.m. Good luck to all of those who are participating.
Also, don't forget that robotics is holding a virtual meeting from 7 to 9 p.m.
In other exciting news, Jalen Glenn broke the school record of having 246 assists in 68 games, passing Janan Kamak, who had 243 assists in 102 games.
We're so proud of you, Jalen, and are excited to see what you do next. Don't forget that lower school pickup is in the main lobby from 11 to 2 p.m.
Well, after all of those announcements, I think that's our show. I've been Amara.
And I've been Sydney. We'll see you next time, but first, here's a few final words from the juniors.
This is the nature of America. Our country is textured with mountains that stab sunrises, rivers that erode the mud and land they run through, oceans that crash and collide with sand, relentless, persistent. We are painted with the red of apples growing in orchards, orange of the traffic cones lining that one freeway, a construction project that never seems to end, yellow of sunflowers standing tall towards the sun, green of the money passed along by generations of wealth, blue of the pencil case on a teacher's desk, and purple of the hyacinths wilting on a father's grave. We are scarred with errors of the past, both distant and near, but scars can heal over time with proper care. Old wounds will reopen, new injuries are guaranteed. Some scars will take years, decades to fade. Yet the era of healing is now. No matter how ugly it will look, this bird will fly, this boat will sail, and we will prosper.